Well, hello on the 14th of July. And it's a Wednesday. Yesterday there was a 421 plane crash in Monterey. Just want to go over and review the safety departure when you're in any twin engine airplane, especially a high-powered Twin Cessna. But first,
Auburn traffic, Cessna 242.
it's all important checklist time.
Entering downwind for runway 25, Auburn traffic.
Okay, all important checklist complete. We're ready to go. And there's a couple coming in. So while I'm waiting for landing traffic, for me, it's fuel flow first. Make sure you got all the fuel to your engines. We just topped off, so we know we got gas. We sumped the tanks.
Auburn traffic, Aero 43X-ray clear of 25 at Delta, taxiing back to transient. Auburn.
And then we do
Traffic.
airspeed.
1141 Mike is on short final, runway 25, Auburn.
So after he lands, we're going to go. And the idea is you rotate at 95, and then you pitch for blue line. I like to do blue line for at least the first 1,000 feet.
A lot of you hear about blue line. Well, this is an image of an airspeed indicator. It's not mine, but it's an example. Red line is what's known as VMC, minimum controllable speed, where below that speed you lose any control of the airplane by using the rudders. You run out of rudder, basically. You never want to be below that speed in a twin engine airplane. Blue line is the best single engine speed for climb, and this is the critical airspeed that you take off and pitch for. If you lose an engine, that's the speed you want to stay on. I like to keep it at blue line for 1,000 feet at least. A lot of people like to be a little bit above blue line, so in case they do lose an engine, it'll decay down to blue line. I prefer to be at blue line, get that altitude, and be super hyper aware of the engine. If it does happen to stop, then I can maintain that speed, maintain your directional control, and go through your checklist and your training to keep that airplane in the air. But I wanted to stop and explain exactly what this was and what you hear.
And then after that, you can pitch the nose down, but I want to get that altitude first. Okay, he's landing. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, taken runway 25, immediate departure, departing area to the south, Auburn.
And Auburn traffic, 41 Mike off the departure end of 25. We're seeing left closed traffic, Auburn.
All right, time check, transponder check, traffic check. Here goes.
Auburn traffic,
Full power.
24261, turning final for runway 25.
Okay, we got full fuel flow. Now we go to airspeed 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, a little bit of back pressure. Tap the brakes, pull the gear up, pitch for blue line. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet on the departure leg 25, slight left turn for noise abatement, departing area to the south. We'll turn outside of the aircraft on the crosswind.
Thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome.
And 41 Mike is going left crosswind right now.
There's our blue line. Make sure you're coordinated and blue line. 111 is blue line on this bird. And you got to get your altitude, full power, don't touch a thing. Auburn traffic, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet, turning left crossing off at 25, leaving the area to the south, departing, leaving 2,400.
1 mile.
All right, that's him. Okay, so there's our 1,000 AGL. You pull the power back, and you kind of pull it back, waiting for something.
41 Mike is now left downwind runway 25.
For something to give or to go wrong. All right, so we got the manifold pressure back. Okay, so far so good. RPMs.
Traffic, Cessna 61229, taxiing 25.
You start pulling it back to your RPM that you desire. And this is just what I do. This is no means meant for instruction. Okay, then the critical part. You turn off your fuel pumps, one at a time. Turn off the first one. Give it a count of 3. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. Okay, left engine still running. Right fuel pump off. No change. Engine still running. Great. Now, I like to go and lean.
So take a look at the airspeed indicator. You can see that I'm climbing out now with blue line plus 10 knots indicated.
Okay, now we have a safe altitude. We're 2,000 AGL. We're in a Twin Cessna. Even though I am by myself, I have full fuel, have a lot of weight to give before we get to gross weight. So now we're set up. You know, you aviate, navigate, communicate. Now we're going to communicate with NorCal.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
NorCal, good morning. Gold Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet off Auburn for Oakland, request VFR flight following.
Gold Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet NorCal approach. Reset transponder in log 4576.
4576, 513 Sierra Juliet.
Approach, this is November 7216 Golf.
November 7216 Golf, NorCal approach.
All right, so I'm hand flying. I'm at 4,200 feet. We got a headwind. We're going to stop at 4,500. I can go ahead now and set up the autopilot to take over.
Gold Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet. Radar contact 7 miles southwest of Auburn. Sacramento altimeter 29991. Zero altitude and cruise altitude.
3 Sierra Juliet, we're level now 4,000. Well, 4,400. We're just going to climb to 4,500 for a final.
Roger.
All right, so we're getting on course.
Correction, November 8010 Foxtrot. Keep the code till after landing. Frequency change is approved.
So that
Cessna 80
is a procedure for getting out. I am not the person that tries to come up with probable causes or any kind of preliminary reports and guess on what would happen to that 421 yesterday, because a lot of times the first reports are usually not accurate. So my philosophy on that is wait for the NTSB report to come out and see. You know, if you were to guess, you know, pilot error, mechanical failure, pilot error, a combination of things are what gets you. It's not always one thing. So just to recap on the panel camera now that we're set up here in cruise, and I got the engine scanning.
Coach 11, descend and maintain 2,000. That's Cessna for 34 is about a 2 mile per hour of your approach.
So for takeoff, you make sure you have all your fuel flow. Make sure that the
Fighting 160 short vectors for traffic departing Sacramento National Eastbound will be a Southwest 737.
160 left turn 3 Sierra Juliet. So you make sure you got all your fuel flow first. Make sure your engines are running like they're supposed to on the ground, because the first part of your takeoff, you can abort the takeoff pretty early. The second thing is you got to make sure you got airspeed. For whatever reason, you got to make sure you have airspeed. You have airspeed and fuel flow, then you launch at whatever your takeoff speed is, 95 to 100 knots indicated, and then you pitch forward for blue line, and you get your first 1,000 feet, you get that altitude. And of course, you have to adhere to the procedures for whatever you're doing on departure. In Monterey, off a 28 right, it's a long runway, plenty of time to abort a takeoff if there's a problem. But you have to start off and make an immediate turn to the northwest, 320, 330, something like that, because the rising terrain is to the right. So if you lose your right engine, the plane is going to want to take you to the right. So it's imperative that you keep your heading and start to make a gentle turn as hard as it is to get away from the high terrain, the higher terrain. That's why in Little River, the safe side is to the left of the airport as you're taking off from 29er or to the southwest. With Little River being 29er and the ocean is out to the left, everything to the right, there's trees and some rising terrain. It takes a while to get to rising terrain.
NorCal Southwest 1860 out of 16.
So we're settled in here. Oakland is VFR, so there's nothing exciting going on there.
Thank you. Resume navigation.
3 Sierra Juliet on nav now. Quick question for you, 3 Sierra Juliet.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, go ahead, sir.
Hey, does ATC like to have your call sign at the beginning of the transmission or at the end?
I'd prefer it at the beginning, please.
I like that too. We're on the same page, thanks.
There you go. There you go.
November 3 Sierra Juliet, contact approach 125.25. Good day.
3 Sierra Juliet 2525, thanks and good morning. NorCal, good morning, Golden Eagle 513 Sierra Juliet checking on 4,600 here level.
Number 513 Sierra Juliet, NorCal approach, roger.
So we're going to end the video here. You've seen the landing and departure, the arrival into Oakland a gazillion times. So now I'll say thanks for riding along.